Okay, so in this video, I'm gonna go over the details that I skipped in class today. We got to this quadratic equation for finding the intersection of this circle and this line. So remember, we plotted it in Desmos. X squared plus y squared equals 25 is some big circle, and x plus y equals 2 is some line, and we're trying to find these two intersection points. And we plugged x plus y equals 2, we rearranged that for y, we plugged it into the other one, and we got a quadratic equation. And then I said, use the quadratic formula, you get this. But let me show you the details in case you want to see it a little bit slower. So the equation we got is 2x squared minus 4x minus 21 equals 0. 2x squared minus 4x minus 21 equals 0. And the quadratic equation says you do minus b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a, where the coefficients a here is 2, b is minus 4, and c is minus 21. So these are going to be the solutions. X is going to be minus b plus or minus this stuff. So what is it in our case? B is negative 4, so it's 4 plus or minus. Negative 4 squared is 16. 4 times a times c is 4 times 2 times 21. 4 times 2 times 21. So 4 times 21, 84 times 2, 164? Is that what I got? 168. Okay. And there's a negative sign on the c, so minus 4ac is going to give a plus. This is the negative of the negative. So 16 plus 168, and then we're dividing by 2a. A is 2, so dividing by 4. Okay, and 16 plus 168, 4 plus or minus 194? 184. Yeah, 184. Okay, good. See, this is why I got to do it ahead of time. make sure there's no mistakes. Okay, 184. And you could leave it like that. That would be perfectly fine. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to factor in this 4 from the bottom into the top and the bottom here. So 4 divided by 4 is 1, and then plus or minus the square root of 184 divided by 16. So if you have the 4 on the outside and you want to bring it into the square root, you need to bring it in as a 4 squared. And 4 squared is 16. And that's because the square root of 16 is 4, so it all works out by algebra. And this is where you can simplify a little bit more. 184 divided by 16 is not a whole number, but 184 divided by 4 is. So I think that's what I want to do. Yeah. So I want to do square root this divided by 4 times 1 over the square root of 4, like that. And again, you could just leave it like this. Like if you want to plug into your calculator, it's a perfectly good time to plug into your calculator. This is just like another way you can simplify it to make it a little bit nicer. So the square root of 4 is a half, and 184 divided by 4 is going to just be 46. Square root of 4 is 46. Yeah, 46. And so you end up with 1 plus or minus 1/2 times the square root of 46, which is also what I said in class. 1 plus square root of 46 divided by 2, and 1 minus square root of 46 divided by 2. So those are the two x values. If you want to do the y values, you have to plug into y equals 2 minus x. So the final answer, you take the x values. So one of them is 1 plus 1/2 square root of 46. And we're going to plug that in to y equals 2 minus x. So 2 minus this number is going to be 1. 2 minus 1 is 1. And then minus 1/2 square root of 46. And the other root is 1 minus 1/2 square root of 46. And 2 minus that, 2 minus 1, again 1, and the minus give a plus, minus 1/2, plus 1/2 square root of 46. So this is the final answer. XY is either this or this. And as always, we can check in Desmos and make sure we got it right. So this is what we had in class. So we had the two x values, 1 plus square root of 46 divided by 2, 1 minus square root of 46 divided by 2. And to get the y values, you can type it in as an xy pair over here, 1 minus the square root of 46 divided by 2. That's one red point, and then the other point is over here. 1 minus the square root of 46 divided by 2, 1 plus the square root of 46 divided by 2. Okay, that's the blue point. So those are the 2 intersection points that we expected, and we found them. So that is it for this problem.